Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Level M Diecast. We have Greenlight today. We haven't seen much Greenlight lately. You guys know, if you are long-time watchers of the channel, we do have enormous amounts of Greenlight, usually. Been a little bit of a delay here, but we do have a pretty varied assortment of stuff here. We're going to kick off with this guy. This is from the newest anniversary set from Greenlight. This is the 2022 Chevy Tahoe for the Indianapolis 500 for May 29, 2022. That was from last year. So just trying to stay up on these. This one looks interesting. I do like this casting a lot. Definitely one of my favorites. So get our scissors out. Crack this guy open. There we go. Get the plastic out of here. Take a look at our 2022 Chevy Tahoe and Indy 500 deco. Of course, official vehicle. Does have that kind of more street front end on there rather than the off-road, the ZR1, I think is what they call it. Maybe ZL1. Don't quote me on that. Looks pretty good though. Decos look pretty good. Taillights are done up as print. That one is a pretty good one. Really nothing fancy there. Chevrolet across the windshield banner. Take a look at the base here. You'll see our number is 1812. Battle of 1812. So, very interesting number. Of course, done up for a trailer hitch like they typically are. We do have a couple of Tauruses. Now, we have already covered this particular one here on the channel from Greenlight Hollywood. This is the Taurus from Tommy Boy, the movie. 86 Taurus, but of course this one is the Target Chase. This is the red edition Target Chase. I did actually pull this one. I was pretty happy about that. I do like this casting a lot, so I decided that I would go ahead and keep this. And of course, getting a Chase at retail is always a good thing. So, cracking our red edition out. Just has red hubs and of course the red base. Other than that, it was going to be exactly the same. Just thought it was kind of interesting, kind of cool that I found a Chase. Number is, looks like maybe 564, maybe 566, maybe. Very difficult to read that number, but it's a pretty low number. Very interesting what they do for the Chases for Target. Walmart gets the same treatment. They just get blue wheels and a blue base. So kind of an interesting flavor to that. And then this one is from the same anniversary series as the Tahoe. This is for RoboCop's 35th anniversary. This particular one here, 1986 Ford Taurus LX. We have seen the Ford Taurus LX before, but not this version. This is the, dare we call this the Swiss cheese version. This is the one that's been completely shot up. It's even got a little bit of deco on there for the quote-unquote shattered windshield, even though the windshield's not actually shattered, but the details are there. And of course, it's all frosted up to make it look dirty. There we go. So, full of bullet holes all over it. There is the details right there for the kind of smashed windshield, kind of the effect of a smashed windshield, which I think looks pretty good. They did a pretty decent job with that. Other than that, it is going to be the exact same Taurus that we've seen before. Of course, there is one coming out in hitch and tow, Hollywood hitch and tow. So we'll have a third version of this particular Taurus, but I think it looks pretty good. Of course, your nice barcode for the plate. Take a look at the base. Dietz 2542 is the number. Zamek base on this one. So that one looks pretty good. Quality looks pretty good on that one as well. This one does have a lot of added on pieces. You got your spotlight or microphone, your light bar, your LED light bar, then of course your push guard in the front, which looks pretty good. So we'll throw that guy down there. Get him over here. All right, running on empty Series 15. This is the most current series. I did buy a case, but of course I'm only going to crack a few of these, so it didn't feel like it would be appropriate to, bring people in to look at the entire case when we're only going to keep 4 of the 6. So first one I'm going to take a look at, of course, this is the R34 GTR. Get that guy out of there, making a mess. This is in STP. See, this one unfortunately has a little bit of a print problem with the rear wheel. Doesn't look all that great, but you know, it is what it is. Just the way it works. Kind of an interesting deco. STP I don't really feel like is associated with this particular car, but and, you know, it's whatever. Of course, this is right-hand drive, just like you'd expect. It does have an opening hood, so get that hood cracked open. There are some pretty good deets on this one. See your RBDETT, RB26DETT, I think is what it is down there. In the bottom looks pretty good in red. A lot of three-dimensional look to there. I do like that one. Of course, lensed headlights. Sits a little bit high. Just kind of the stance, I guess you can call it. And then take a look at the base deets. Flip this right around to the correct direction. See if we can find the number on here. So it might be etched, might be printed. I'm not seeing a number on here. Trying to use the glare to find that number. I try to watch it in the camera with you guys, and then of course, oh, there we go. Right at the front axle. 1506 is the number. So pretty average number. Which is kind of crazy because this particular set's actually been out for a little bit. It's been out for a little bit. So I'm kind of late to the game on that one. All right, we're going to have a pair of C8 Corvettes. First one here in Adams Polishes. This is the Stingray Coupe. Should have the removable top piece on it. So I'll crack this one open. I think this one looks pretty good in black and red. I do like the color combination. Pull this out of there. This one has a lot of parts to it. I always worry about the quality of the C8s for sure. So we'll try to get him out of there. It's a very tight fit. There we go. Of course, it does have the removable top. There is a little piece of tape holding it on, which I don't think is that big a deal because you can kind of put it back on. But I worry about the tape on the windshield banner because that is printed. So we'll get that reset a little bit. There we go. There is your Adams Polishes on the side. One thing I've always not liked about this casting is the calipers move with the wheel. Just looks terrible. Definitely not a fan of that. This guy does have an opening hood as well, which is usually kind of a pain to get to because of the wing in the back. So flip this around here. There is the deets. Very three-dimensional in there. It is pretty good. It is pretty good. It does clear the wing, which has usually been an issue with Greenlight, is that wing gets put a little bit too close and then it doesn't clear. As per the custom nowadays, they don't do any plate details unless they're replicating an actual vehicle. So there's no plate details on this one. Not a huge fan of the print on top of the lens lights as well. So definitely another rough spot for me personally. 2147 is the number on this one. Like I said, I do like the deco color scheme. Just some of the way that the C8's done is not the greatest in my book. All right, second one we have here. This is the Corvette Stingray Coupe. This one is the powered top. So this isn't going to have any removable pieces or movable parts at all. In barred hull protection. This one, a little bit more old school feel with the deco on it. Not super old school, but just a little bit. So throw that out of there. Get this one out of there. A lot of plastic. Really like the interior. Definitely caught my eye first. The two-tone blue and black interior. That is a really, really nice touch. A little window in between the two haunches in the back. This one looks a little bit better. The calipers are not done up, so you don't see the flaw. So it looks pretty good. That wing is added on. It's not part of the casting, so the wing is plastic. Again, no plate details or nothing on there. But this one looks pretty good. This one looks like you might see just as a promotional vehicle, not necessarily like a race car per se, but just literally a promotional vehicle, which I think is perfectly fine. I do like that two-tone interior, though. That's pretty nice. Take a look at the base deets number up there, 397. So nice low number on this one. Tires a little off on this. The overall quality of this batch of Greenlight's actually not too bad. So pretty happy about that. Always worry about that. This is going to be the best one in the mix, though. Not just because it's Gulf, but just everything about it. The 64 Impala SS, of course, in Gulf. But this one looks exceptionally nice. Looks like my clamshells are a little bit shattered a little bit, so bear with me a little bit. You get a bunch of debris all over the studio. I try to get these open. There we go. Throw those off of there. Get our Impala out of there. So this is the 64 Impala SS. This is the hardtop. This one looks pretty good in Gulf Deco. Details on the front look fantastic. Prints look good. I really like the print on the tires. The blue wall with the Goodyear. Doesn't really match the car, but it looks good. Definitely doesn't match the deco, but it looks pretty good. There is the deets on the back. Prints look pretty good on the back as well. Same deets on the other side. Number 1. Got Gulf front and back, trunk and hood. 425 horsepower. And then, of course, this one does have an opening hood. Nice black print in there for the surround in there. And then, of course, it matches pretty nice because the block is orange. So definitely like that one. That one looks pretty good. Greenlight did a fantastic job on this casting. It's a really good casting. Really like this one a lot. All right, taking a look at our base deets. Try to get our number. Try to see where our number could be. There it is. It's right underneath China. China. Looks like maybe 140. Looks like about 140. So very low number. So that is pretty cool. I definitely like that. Now we do have a couple other things here just for illustration purposes. In case you guys are wondering what's in the rest of Series 15, there is the rest. Yes, I did pull a greenie on the Fox Body Mustang. And then, of course, there is the other Mustang in Hearst colors. So definitely not 2 castings we collect, but I definitely wanted to show those off so that you guys knew exactly what came in the mix. We have some trailers, some independent trailers as well. You guys know we do collect trailers here at Level M for sure. This is Series 7 down on the farm. This is the newest release, and this is the newest bale throw wagon. There's been a couple of hook hitch variations on this one throughout its first couple of releases. I think this is either number 4 or number 5. This trailer has not been used all that much. It's kind of a weird thing. So get it out of there. And it's very big. This trailer's huge. So get this out of there. So luckily with this one, there is no trailer stand or anything else to attach. It does have a part that folds forward in the front here. Typically it does snap. There's little pins on the side here that are supposed to just snap into there, but clearly they don't. If you hold these to the side here, it will stay. But this is all plastic. All the yellow is all plastic. So it flexes. A little bit of print in there. Really good wheels. I do like the wheels. They look fantastic. They are very appropriate. Tiny little bit of print on the hub in there as well. Just a simple steering mechanism. It is designed to hook up to the tractors that they have that are in the rest of the Down on the Farm series. Some of these came with a pin. The rest of these have come with a notch in it so that you can kind of hook these up. Kind of like a traditional trailer, sort of. So we do have that one in kind of a yellow and red, which looks pretty good. Now, we do have some other cool stuff. So I'm going to pull this out here. This was a release from Greenlight and Outback Toys and MC2 Toys quite a while ago, years ago. This was a new trailer at the time. So this came in a set. This particular one came with this particular trailer, but there were several of them. They did Fords and Chevys and the Rams, of course, and there were several versions of the Livestock trailer. They are fifth wheels. They are gooseneck setup. So this is one of the versions they had with the double slat walls on the side. They had these fantastic wheels on there. It looked really good. The back hatch, I guess you can call it, opened up. It was all hollow inside, so you can see down in there. Very, very nice. A lot of diamond print texture on the bottom. So these were very, very, very nice trailers. Really good details on them. Some access doors and stuff there. Nothing else moved, just that. And of course, they did have a spare tire in the front. And of course, they did have a jack to hold the trailer up when it wasn't hooked up to a truck. And then, of course, the base was all metal, which looked pretty good. Now, Greenlight has come out with some of these, again, as standalone trailers. So this is one of the versions. This is an old one, that double slat wall. So this is one of the ones they just came out with. This is the 3-hole gooseneck livestock trailers, they call it, the 3 holes here. This particular one in beige, it does come with the 5th wheel hookup. So we'll go ahead and crack this guy open. These blisters are a little bit bigger for the trailers for obvious reasons. So we'll get this done up. There we go. Okay. A little bit more cumbersome than probably should be. Get that out of there. Pull our livestock trailer out. We'll worry about the stand stuff later. We'll set that to the side. There is the first one in beige, which looks really, really good. I mean, look at all the details in this trailer. Those fantastic wheels. They did such a good job on this trailer. The top is metal. The side is plastic, but then the base is metal as well. So a little bit of a combination of metal and plastic, which looks pretty good. These particular ones are numbered, which is interesting. Looks like about maybe 684. So a relatively low number. There is your spare tire in the front. Really nice that they painted the front of this to match. You do add the stand to it in here. You just push the little plastic stand up in there. This one might be a little bit better to see in because, you know, it's a little bit brighter, but it does have the same floor plan in there. You see a little bit of light getting in there. It looks pretty good. And of course, they hook up to the trucks just like all the other ones. In the first release, all the 5th wheel hitches were glued to the trucks, so they are permanently in there. But that is a pretty good look, so I definitely like that one. So we'll set this guy in the back. We got 2 more. This one is another color of that one. This one is the same 3-hole gooseneck livestock trailer, but this one in red, which looks kind of cool. So we'll go ahead and crack this guy open real quick. Trusty scissors that have been through 8 million clamshells in their life. Like the Greenlight scissors right here. Pull this guy out. Won't spend too much on this one since of course it is the exact same as the previous one, just a different color. We'll set our plastic to the side. Sorry about that. There is the trailer. Looks a little bit better in red. But I don't think I've ever seen a red livestock trailer rolling around. But, you know, it is what it is. Definitely seen some beige ones rolling around. But that one is kind of cool. Now, there is the third version. Now, this is the only other version of this trailer they make. So there are 3 versions. So you had your double slat wall with the brakes, which is this one. So this one has views in there, and then this one is all covered up. So it's basically a solid wall slat system on there. And this one is in red as well, but this one does come with some white wheels, which is kind of interesting. It's just a chrome hub on there. So we'll crack this one open. There we go. Get that out of here. There we go. Pop that guy out and set that to the side. I forgot to check out the number on this red one. So this one looks like maybe 682. 682. So relatively low numbers on these. I don't anticipate these to be too popular. These are very specific, these type of items. But there is the continuous gooseneck trailer. This one looks a little bit better. This one definitely looks a little bit more the part, I guess, being red, just in my opinion. They all have like an access door on the other side. They just, they don't open. They don't do anything like that. So this one does open in the back, just like all the other ones do. So you can see there are pieces added to it. because it's the same molding as this one. And all they do is just cover up those holes, which is kind of an interesting choice. See the plastic that lines down there on each side. A little bit different floor on this one. Still looks pretty good though. I definitely like it. And then this one has some silver print around the wheel arches, which is kind of cool. And of course, metal top and metal base. Take a look at the number on this one. Maybe 686. It's really difficult to see these numbers. Yeah, it's 686. Looks right. So low numbers on all of those, which is kind of cool. So that is pretty interesting. So there you go. There is some oddball Greenlight stuff. I know it's one of the weirdest mixes we've done, but that's kind of just the way it worked out. I do like these trailers a lot. They look really, really good. You can put them on single axle trucks as well, but they definitely look best when you put them on a dually for sure. Just like this guy. So, all right, we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Catch you next time. Level M. Peace.